Do you think maybe the substitutions didn't quite work the way you wanted them to this time around?
Look, I can say anything. The boys that came in got us fresh legs and got us through the end.
Oh, come on, Nuno, just a minute, mate. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. In fairness to him, he did say earlier on in that interview that he probably took Callum Wilson off a little bit too early.
Did he have an injury in the second half? Is that why he had to go off?
No. Maybe I took him too soon. You know what I mean? But I felt that he was trying, but just to have another presence with Thomas there. It worked before.
Well, we said maybe he took him off a little bit too early. No, he definitely took him off a little bit too early. And I don't think there's many people who would disagree with that. He was on a hat-trick. He'd scored 2 goals. Another 10, 15 minutes on the pitch, you never know what could have happened because he would have been desperate to get that hat-trick and he would have had a couple of opportunities. So he definitely should have stayed on for a little bit longer than he actually did. And I know that Thomas Souček has worked coming on for Callum Wilson in the last couple of games, but this game yesterday was a lot different than those 2 games. So that's another lesson that Nuno has to learn, and hopefully he learns it a little bit quicker than the last lesson he had to learn playing Souček and Irvin in the midfield at the same time, because he persisted with that for 2 games, and I don't want to see Callum Wilson coming off so early in the game unless he really has to, unless there is an injury or something, again, really. And thinking about it, I don't think that Thomas Souček was the right player to bring on in that at that point. But unfortunately, looking at the bench, there wasn't really any other options. I mean, you could have brought Nicholas Fulkirk on, maybe, but when he came on, he was absolutely useless anyway. So maybe Callum Marshall would have been a good choice because he's a player that adds a little bit of energy. He'll run his socks off. He's got pace and he can cause problems. So maybe he would have been a better option to come on for Callum Wilson, but with like 20 minutes to go instead of 40 minutes to go. And of course, the other lesson he's got to learn is don't go so defensive so early on. I would not have minded it if he went ultra defensive with 10, 15 minutes to go to defend the lead, but he didn't. He went ultra defensive with nearly 45 minutes still to go in the game, and that put our defence under an extreme amount of pressure for so much longer than they needed to, a defence that has really struggled this season. So that was the big mistake yesterday, and I do 100% believe that is the reason why we did not come away from this game with a win yesterday. So definitely some lessons to learn from yesterday's game, but I do think that Nuno will. And we go again on Sunday against Liverpool, and that is a game that I do believe we can pick up a win in. Liverpool are really struggling at the moment, and this is a great time to play them, especially given that our home form has improved recently. As per usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for more West Ham United news, updates and opinions, do not forget to hit that follow button.